What's going on, you guys? Thanks so much for tuning in to another video. Really appreciate you clicking on the video. I'm definitely going to add as much value as possible in the next few minutes. But obviously, the topic for today is going to be all about how easy it is to make money online these days. I actually work for one of the largest freelancing companies in the world. It's called Upwork. I'm sure maybe if you're looking for opportunities to make money, you might have heard of it. Some of our competitors include Fiverr, TopTal, but the reason I ended up working for the company actually is because early on when I started my own business, I was really using Upwork and Fiverr but mostly Upwork to leverage freelancers in order to outsource certain parts of my business that allowed me to focus on selling my solution or my product, whereas before I was working on the back end as well. So that's something that's super important and a really critical part of growing a business is when you're able to sit down and say, hey, I have the budget now to outsource this work to someone who is a specialist in this area. And what Upwork really allows you to do is go through people's experience and vet them and say, hey, I want someone who's had, a certain job success score. They've made a certain amount of money. They're located in a certain area. They speak a certain language. Really, the metrics that you can tailor it to in terms of the talent and skill sets that you might need are incredible. And so, like I said, I ended up leveraging the company or the platform extensively in order to build my own business. And at this point, because I'm only focused on the sales side of my digital marketing agency, it allows me to have a full-time job on top of running and operating that business. So it just so happened that Upwork was hiring business development representatives in the Chicagoland area, and I reached out to someone on their team and interviewed, and it was just an awesome experience. I ended up getting the job. And the reason I wanted to work for the company so badly is because of the way that their solution really changed my life. It really allowed me to understand the possibilities in terms of scaling a business, how much easier things have gotten in terms of making money online or just about doing anything. I mean, the ability we have to learn and adapt and make changes is incredible. If you don't know how to build a website, you can hire someone for like $50 to do it for you. If you don't know how to code, you can find someone on Upwork or Fiverr to do that for you. We have like so many, like over 8,000 different skill sets on Upwork. And so the flip side is also true. If you're a freelancer, operating on one of these platforms, the potential to make money is just, it's everywhere. And what we're seeing right now is with COVID-19, all these companies are going remote indefinitely. And the best and easiest way to really interview their candidates is going to be diminished, and it's never going to be the same as interviewing someone in person, whether that's your a Skype or a Zoom call or whatever you're using to interview people. But what really makes a difference is when you leverage a platform, like I said, like Upwork or Fiverr, you can literally go project by project, see how much money that person made off that project, how long they worked on it, their success score, their resume, every test or certification they have. There's no guesswork, you guys. There's no guesswork, and it's all tracked. And that's why so many companies are really switching over to this model of hiring, because so many people are either lie about their past or are not truthful about it. But when everything's tracked and monitored, they don't ever have to worry about whether their employee or freelancer is working or getting projects done. Everything is right there in front of you, and it makes it super easy for business owners to engage. So if you're looking to make $100 a day, you can absolutely do that if you sign up and you start freelancing for Upwork or Fiverr. And like I said, there's tons of other freelancing companies that are popping up or different platforms to use. Those are just a few. Obviously, I'm biased because I work for one of them. But the world is changing quickly, and it's never been easier to make money online. So, regardless of what skill level or skill set you have, you are able to go out there and make money. And one of the best examples I know of was I actually established a relationship with one of the top rated copywriters on Upwork. And he didn't even graduate high school, which is not a knock. I mean, plenty of people don't graduate high school. Doesn't mean they're not intelligent, doesn't mean they're not hardworking. And this guy ended up working in construction, I believe, for many years. And I think he got injured, or he quit or lost his job for some reason. And he remembered back to when he was in like seventh or eighth grade. His English teacher, always said to him, "Hey, if you had one thing that I could say you're really good at, it's writing." And so this guy, he started writing and copywriting for different companies. And his first year of freelancing on Upwork, I want to say he made like $60,000 or $70,000, and he said he was working less than like 35 hours a week in his first year, you guys. And one of the questions I asked him, I said, "How did you learn what to do? During these projects when you first started, how did you have any idea what to do?" And the answer he gave me was really incredible, and I never really expected it. He said that almost every scenario, the person who was hiring him or the employer in that situation or scenario would literally like either send him a physical book or information or any educational information he needed to complete that project. And if that wasn't enough, they would get on like calls with him and make sure he was doing everything right. So they were basically investing into this guy, and he was getting paid to learn. And so over time, I mean, it just compounded in terms of how much money he was able to make, the reputation he developed on the platform, and then that rising success rate he was having. It's been like 4 or 5 years now, and I think he's making close to $500,000 a year now. So the possibilities are endless, you guys. I used to dream about a day where I'd be able to make $100 passively, and now the goal is to like 100x that. Because once you get to that point, you realize all the other possibilities and all the doors that open for you. So appreciate you tuning in today. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.